tell me what you guys are doing out here today.
So we're educating the people of Winnipeg about abortion and showing them that abortion is an act of violence which kills children.
And you've got one here. You're showing a first trimester, 11-week aborted fetus.
That's right.
And what happens with the aborted fetuses?
Well, basically they are thrown either in the garbage or they're put in medical waste containers and incinerated.
And also used for bone marrow, right?
There's some question, you know, with embryonic stem cell research, the very early embryos are being used in experimentation and different things like that. So tragically, there's a lot of injustice being inflicted upon these innocent human beings. And what's significant is that we're in Winnipeg, where the Canadian Human Rights Museum is being built, because we're arguing that this is a human rights violation and that the preborn should have a right to life.
And how did you become the way you are about this particular issue? Is it something, are you Christian?
I grew up in the pro-life movement. My mom volunteered at a pregnancy help center, and both my parents were very active in the pro-life movement. So from a young age, I was convicted that abortion is wrong because it kills children, and decided to devote my life to trying to end it.
So is this like your job, or?
Yes, I work full-time with the Canadian Center for Bioethical Reform, the organization.
And do they have an address here?
No, we are based in Calgary and Toronto, but we're traveling across country right now.
Oh, I see. So you don't live here, which is why we don't hear about this too much in Winnipeg.
But we're hoping there'll be more activism to come in Winnipeg as a result of our presence.
Well, you know, this is very left-wing province too, so and politically correct. So it's not the thing people talk about too much here. You don't really hear about it. You hear about it on TV. You hear about it in Alberta, but you really don't get the whole picture. Now, tell me, what is the law on abortion these days in Canada?
Well, there's no protection for preborn children. They're not considered humans in the criminal code until they're out of their mother's body. And we're saying that's ridiculous, because you don't determine what something is by where it is. You determine what something is by what its parents are. So as long as we acknowledge the humanity of a woman and her partner, there's no reason to not acknowledge the humanity of their preborn child.
Is it against the law here to have an abortion?
No, abortions can happen through all 9 months of pregnancy for any reason or no reason.
And what about after, what about the people I've heard that get abortions after 7 months? Is that legal?
It's possible. There's no protections for preborn children, so it may happen through all 9 months of pregnancy.
And you hear about now that they're aborting girls.
Right, that's right. There's sex selection abortions happening, and again, no law stopping that.
Do you think that that's something that Prime Minister Harper is going to look into, or is everybody looking the other way?
Well, my experience of reading what he's been writing and saying about abortion is that he doesn't want to open the debate and he wants to leave it. But we will be putting pressure on the public and the politicians to consider the abortion issue as something that needs to stop.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.